Ibrahim Traoré, a 37-year-old military officer, has been the interim president of Burkina Faso since September 2022, following a coup d'état that ousted his predecessor, Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. Traoré, one of the world's youngest heads of state, has positioned himself as a pan-Africanist and anti-imperialist leader, drawing comparisons to Burkina Faso's revolutionary icon Thomas Sankara. His regime has focused on national sovereignty, reducing Western, particularly French influence, and forging closer ties with Russia. Traoré's policies often emphasize cultural and moral reforms, aligning with his vision of reshaping Burkina Faso's societal values. Burkina Faso, a landlocked West African nation, faces significant challenges, including a jihadist insurgency that has displaced over 2 million people and killed thousands since 2015. The country is under military rule, with Traoré's junta implementing strict measures to control the narrative, including media restrictions and crackdowns on dissent. The claim of a pornography ban multiple sources, including news outlets and social media posts, have reported that President Traoré banned pornography in Burkina Faso, citing the protection of moral values and the well-being of future generations. These claims suggest the government is restricting access to pornographic websites and materials as part of a broader effort to uphold societal decency. The stated goal is to safeguard Burkina Faso's moral integrity, particularly for youth, by eliminating access to content deemed harmful to societal values. Traoré reportedly views pornography as a threat to cultural norms and national development. Implementation. The government is said to be cracking down on websites and media containing pornographic content, with measures like monitoring online platforms and enforcing regulations to limit access. Public reaction. Some Africans, particularly on social media, have praised the move, viewing it as a step toward combating societal degradation and aligning with conservative cultural values. Others see it as part of Traoré's broader appeal as a reformer. Despite the widespread discussion, there is significant uncertainty about whether a comprehensive ban on pornographic websites has been officially enacted. A fact-checking investigation by Dubawa, a West African fact-checking organization, in early 2024, the Burkinabe government, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, announced a policy aimed at blocking access to pornographic websites and content across digital platforms in Burkina Faso. This was part of a broader national agenda to combat moral decay, especially among youth, promote patriotic discipline and traditional cultural values, reinforce cybersecurity and protect children from harmful content, moral and cultural protection. Authorities argue that porn undermines the moral fabric of society, particularly affecting youth behavior and mental health. Religious and cultural norms. Burkina Faso is a conservative society with strong Muslim and Christian traditions. Pornographic content is seen as clashing with those values. Cyber hygiene and addiction prevention. Officials have linked porn consumption with issues such as digital addiction, school dropout, and increased cases of gender-based vile collaboration between the Ministry of Digital Transition and Internet Service Providers, ISPs, use of technical firewalls to block access to known pornographic websites, a public awareness campaign about the dangers of pornography, potential monitoring and punitive measures for platforms or individuals who attempt to bypass the restrictions. Reactions in Burkina Faso were mixed. Supporters praised the move as a bold, moral stand, especially among religious groups, educators, and parents. Critics raised concerns about freedom of expression, internet censorship, and government overreach. Digital rights activists warned of a slippery slope toward broader restrictions on civil liberties and online content. Burkina Faso's move aligns with similar steps taken in other African and Middle Eastern nations seeking to control access to explicit content, such as Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda, where there are efforts to regulate internet content in the name of morality. Some critics argue it's part of a larger trend of digital authoritarianism, where governments use moral arguments to expand control over digital spaces. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's decision to ban pornography in Burkina Faso reflects a conservative, values-based approach to governance. It is framed by the government as part of a national moral revival, but it also raises questions about digital freedom, surveillance, and the balance between cultural preservation and personal rights.